You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, I hate to break it to you, Lia Thomas, but more than just a few people agree with us on this subject when it comes to just because you're supposedly transitioning over to a woman doesn't necessarily make you a woman. Of course, we've been very vocal about how women's sports has been watered down. It's been neutered. There's an unfair, competitive, and in my opinion, a safety issue when it comes to male athletes trying to transition over to women and then getting involved in women's sports. And then, of course, dominating in the way that Lia Thomas has. Now, swimming is taking steps to get that out. Australian football is taking steps. There's rumors that cycling is going to get rid of a lot of this transgender nonsense that's causing unfair advantages. Well, man, R&B singer Macy Gray, she is under attack. The woke mob is activated because she come out and made some comments in a question about transgenders in women's sports from Piers Morgan, and she didn't hold back. And she says some things here that I believe a lot of us agree with. Some, what we would just say is common sense. Common sense. And, of course, they're trying to drag her today. They are. I just, when I was getting ready for this article, I started looking around. And, oh, man, the woke media is starting to activate. There's articles all over the place about her comments. Transphobic. Let's do it. Macy Gray pokes the hornet's nest. Just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. Sorry. Daily Wire. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, what can you say? Singer Macy Gray poked the hornet's nest, saying that changing one's parts doesn't make them a woman during an interview with Piers Morgan that aired on Monday. Gray predicted during her appearance with Piers Morgan Uncensored that she would probably face backlash for voicing her opinion, and as soon as the previews of her comments made it to Twitter, the woke mob quickly proved her right. Yeah, they activated right on her. Let's do it.
If I asked you what a woman is, what would you say?
Let's say a human being with boobs. You have to start there.
Yeah, I mean, the dictionary is quite straightforward. It just says a human, adult, female, right?
No, a lot of people, that's a little getting confusing. The whole he, she, they, that's getting
And I'm not sure why, really. It's a bit like this whole issue of transgenders in sport. I support all trans rights to fairness and equality.
Me too.
But not where you have people born to obvious physical superior bodies.
Me too.
Transitioning and then thrashing the women at their sport.
I totally agree. And I will say this, and everybody's going to hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman.
Right.
Sorry.
I mean...
You feel that?
I mean...
I know that for a fact. Like, if you want me to call you...
I mean, look, you can... Yeah. I mean, I can identify as, a mule deer. That doesn't make me a mule deer, does it? It doesn't make... Today I'm a buffalo. Doesn't make me a buffalo. Sorry. Just the way it is. Just the way it is. And this is exactly what she said. A lot of people see that. Now, that's a little getting confused. The whole he, she, they. Gray continued. I'm not really sure why, really, Morgan went on to bring up the debate over transgender women who were still biologically male participating in women's sports. Quote, I support all trans rights to fairness and equality, but where you have people born to obvious physical superior bodies transitioning and then thrashing the women at their sport. Quote, I totally agree, Gray said. And I will say this, and everybody's going to hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. Sorry. You feel that, Morgan replied. I know that for a fact. It's a fact. Like, if you want me to call you her, I will. because that's what you want. But that doesn't make you a woman. Just because I call you a her, just because you got surgery. And of course, the woke mob did activate. Critics quickly attacked Gray, calling her a trans exclusionary radical feminist TERF. I mean, who makes up these bullshit terms? Oh, God. Only the assholes on Twitter, for crying out loud. Quote, my bestie tweeted, damn, we lost Macy Gray and I thought she had died. But it's because she's a TERF. Mitchell Pillick added, sad to see at hashtag Bette Midler and Macy Gray joining the JK Rowling TERF brigade. The fight for rights, anyone's rights, can't be won if we choose to deny the rights of some to elevate or compensate for the denial of rights. Wow. And they go on to talk about Bette Midler, which is not part of this equation. I am not talking about Bette Midler. I can't stand her. I don't care if she did blind squirrel find a nut kind of situation on one thing. I mean, that's what's so weird about this debate we're talking about. The radical left is out there protesting in front of Supreme Court justices' houses over women's rights, and these assholes in the same group can't even answer the question as to what is women's rights. Women's rights only goes so far. What about women's rights in sports? I mean, yeah, Macy Gray's saying it. You can have surgery all you want. You can do all these things. That's great. If you want me to call you a her, okay. But when you jump in the pool to swim against somebody, Lia Thomas, you're still a dude. You know, whether you have surgery or whatever, it just is what it is. I mean, you're taller, your arms are longer, bigger hands, all of this, connective tissue, cartilage, joints, it all plays a role, for crying out loud. Macy Gray, and I give her some credit because I guarantee you my politics and Macy Gray's politics do not align. I can guarantee you that. But it's good to see somebody with some common sense just coming out and stating what should be the obvious. Right? It's not that hard. It's weird. We're living in the strangest, weirdest time ever. And of course, it took no time for them to go after her. And yeah, I mean, I only read a couple of comments, but I mean, Macy Gray's getting canceled right now over a question involving the fairness of women's sports. It is what it is. My God. And I'm sorry, but some of these people playing their fake outrage, I don't believe you really believe the bullshit that's coming out of your mouth. I don't. I think you're a bunch of liars. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.